Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome again to your reading class. And today we're going to have a very enjoyable class, I guess as usual. Hopefully that the topics that we have covered so far are understood. And I hope that you've done the exercises day by day. Do not delay your today's job for tomorrow. Okay, just do it by time. And that is just to understand. If you have to understand things, and you may encounter problems. So once you encounter a problem, for example, you don't understand a topic or a point of view. So you can tell me in our live sessions online, okay, or maybe you can send me an email regarding this main problem. Is that clear? So I want you to be active, to understand every single point that we have discussed. If you have any question, just contact me in any way, okay? For today's class, we are having getting meaning from context. I guess that we have covered sub-topics, and we have faced such topics in the last few classes. In the first and the second, the third and the fourth class, we have taken a lot of examples, a lot of paragraphs. One of the questions is to get a meaning from context. I understand that some of you may have a problem to get a meaning from context without using the dictionary. Because in the final exam, you will be having questions like this. What is the meaning of this word? Okay? Get the meaning of this word from the context. So you're not having a dictionary. How come I understand the meaning of this word without having a dictionary? Today, we're going to have I guess 7 to 8 points. They are very helpful points. Teaches you or tells you how. It tells you how to get the meaning of a word from a context without using the dictionary. So it's going to be a theoretical one as well as a practical one. Okay. We're going to have an example and then some questions. Some of them I will do by myself, and then I want you to imitate me. You know what is imitate or emulate? It means يعني تقلدني في الإجابة أو في طريقة الإجابة على الأقل. Okay. Elements of this lecture is only one thing: getting meaning from context, but it's a huge topic. So please follow me step by step. First of all, how to get a meaning from a context using a definition. You know what this definition means? تعريف. A definition gives the meaning of words. The writer may use words or phrases or statements to define something. The writer will use keywords or signal words to identify a definition. So you need to look for them. You need to look for them. مين هم them? You need to look for these keywords or signal words. Okay. معناته في هناك طريقة معينة. There is some way. For example, these are the keywords that writers usually use to identify a definition. To identify a definition. So all of these actually are keywords, are signal words. I want you to actually understand them, use them. Because, by the way, why I'm saying here writer, although you are a reader? Because a good reader is necessarily a good writer. So if you read well, you will write very well. Okay? So, are called, is known as, is defined as, is described as, means or mean. What this means is consists of, refer to, may be seen as. So all of these signal words writers use to identify a definition, to define something. ليعرف شيء معين. لاحظوا هذا المثال. e.g. هذه الإشارة أينما وجدتموها هي معناها for example. Even in your passages, sometimes you may find something like this. It means for example. على سبيل المثال. طيب. Someone, هذه جملة. Someone who explores and studies caves is known as spelunker. Okay? Spelunker. Okay? Okay. I'm asking you now, do you have a unfamiliar word? It is this one. What does unfamiliar mean? You don't know. Unfamiliar means you don't know. Strange. Okay, so spelunker. And I'm asking you, what does a spelunker means? So you need to look for signal or signal words. Both of them is fine, whether you say signal or signal. And I have told you, is known as is one of the signs right here. It's one of the signs it's used, writer used, to define something. Okay? So, is known as is actually the signal. Okay. So, who's the spelunker? Is the one who explores and studies caves. Is that clear? So you need to look for some words or keywords that writers use to define something. Okay, let us say another example. The encyclopedia defines astrology as the ancient art or science of diving the fate and future of human beings from indications given by the position of stars and other heavenly bodies. Okay, what does astrology means? Okay, when you say defines as, it is also one of the keywords. Where is it? It's right here. Defined as. So let us move back. So defined as means it's actually one of the signal words that defines something. What astrology means? Astrology means this one. So this is what we mean by astrology. So, well, it's a huge definition, right? But actually, astrology, you can define it just by this. It's an ancient art. هو فن قديم أو علم قديم. Then you understand, okay, astrology, I guess it's kind of علم or kind of fun. It's kind of science or art. Okay? If you want to know exactly what does it mean in details, you can read the rest of it. But at least you know that astrology is an ancient art or science. At least you know it's an art or science. Okay, let us move to the other one. Sales literature means printed matters that contain information in the goods. What does sales literature means? It's printed matters that contain information on the goods. Okay, so it's printed matters about the goods. So the whole thing here explaining or give us a definition to the meaning of sales literature. Okay, the part of the back of the car used for holding luggages is called the car boot in the United Kingdom, whereas American would refer to this as the car's trunk. So what is a car boot? Car boot, it's either the part at the back of the car used for holding luggages, okay, or it's called the car's trunk. Okay, في أمريكا بيسموها car's trunk. What is the function? شو وظيفتها? It's used to hold luggages. Okay? So the whole thing here defines what car boot means, or it is called in America like this. So first of all, the underlined words were unfamiliar. The second step, I was looking for, or I blocked for, some signal words. These signals, your words like is called, خلينا نكتب بالألوان أخرى, is called, أو means, أو defines as. All of these three is used by writers to define a meaning of a word. Okay, to give a meaning to a word, to give a definition. إذن هذه أول طريقة. Just you need to memorize these keywords. Restatement. This is another way how to get a meaning of a word from a context, by restatement. The writer may use other words or phrases or sentences to provide the meaning of difficult words. We call this restatement. I may use other words or phrases to provide the meaning of difficult words. The writer describes it again or in a different way. هاي معناها restatement. To describe something in a different way or again. Similar words for restatements are in the keywords books below. Right here, it's in the blue one. Something like or, that is to say, in other words, or i.e. or that is. هذه مهمة أيضا تجدوها في كثير من المقالات أو في passages. i.e. غير هذه, for example, هذه another word بكلمة أخرى أو بكلمة معناها. The surface of Africa, this is an example, consists mainly of plateaus or large flat areas, although these occur at different levels. Okay, the underlined word is unfamiliar word. We don't know meaning. This is the first time we've read it. So it's unfamiliar word. Then he asked, or the author asked me, or the teacher asked me, what does it mean? So I need to look for signal or keywords. One of the keywords is actually what happens between the commas. Or actually is one of the keywords that is used to restate something. أو. So plateaus means large flat areas. هذه معناها the plateaus. واضح? So this is the second one, restatement. خلينا نشوف بعض الأمثلة. According to Indian custom, a great dowry of money and object is given to the bridegroom. In other words, it's a dot. Okay, it's a dot. Okay, what does a dot mean? What does a dot mean? So, according to Indian customs, a great dowry of money and object is given to the bridegroom. In other words, it's a dot. What does dot mean? A dot means a great dowry of money that is given to the bridegroom. هذه معناتها. نسميها عندنا النقوط. Number 2, there are several types of aerosol cans. طبعا كيف استدليت على إنه هذه الجملة هي معناها؟ Just by looking at keywords. Keywords like in other words, بكلمات أخرى أو بطريقة أخرى أو or. So in other words is a signal word that helps me to understand the meaning of dot. Okay, فهو الauthor, the writer, restate the whole thing right here and mention it again, but in different words. There are several types of aerosol cans. Simple ones contain a liquefied gas called the propellant, in which material is dissolved. In other words, melt. What melt means? عفوا, dissolve means. أول شيء you need to look for a keywords. When keywords IE معناتها in another word معناتها melt. Melt معناتها dissolve. واضح كيف؟ Our youth nowadays should not engage in intoxicating things such as alcohol, cigarettes, and tranquilizers. That is to say, they should not ingest them. Okay, what does it mean engage? Engage, that is to say, هذه معناتها. I guess it's clear now. Punctuation marks. We've talked about this. Actually, we had many examples about how to guess the meaning using punctuation marks as signals. Punctuation is used to describe the meaning of unfamiliar words. The writers usually will write unfamiliar words, and then they use punctuation, words or phrases or sentences, to explain the meaning of the new words. Punctuations, علامات ترقيم. Such punctuation in the keywords are like this. These are punctuations like commas, apostrophes, parentheses, dashes, semicolon, and colon. So what comes after these or between them, it's a definition, it's a meaning for the unfamiliar word. Full color pictures are printed using only black and three colors: yellow, cayenne, light blue, and magenta, a light purple. الآن هذه كلمات أول مرة بتمر عنا. How can I guess a meaning of these? The words between the two parentheses means this. A light purple means this. كيف عرفنا? Because the writer used punctuation marks to describe the meaning of these two unfamiliar words. Okay? So the signal punctuation was the parentheses right here. So this is one of the way how to identify, how to guess the meaning or to get the meaning from the context. Okay? Number two, the use of computers to handle text or word processing was foreseen in the 1950s. We have two signal two signal words. First of all, the handled text is unfamiliar. We have two commas. اثنين, we have or اللي خدناها قبل شوي. Handled text معناتها word processing. Okay? So it's very easy. So are you ready now to actually to get the meaning without using the dictionary, just looking for these signal words? I want you, these signal words including in the box are really important. So try to read more and more and find these actually punctuation marks or definition signal words and try to identify the unfamiliar or to get the meaning for the unfamiliar words without using the dictionary. Here kind of an example. Both facsimile, known as fax, and electronic mail and email are ways of sending documents. Okay, what does a facsimile means? Right here, it means unknown. كيف عرفت؟ في عندنا parenthesis. طيب electronic mail شو معناتها؟ email. كيف عرفت؟ ما بين قوسين. An FM radio DJ معناها disc jockey, broadcast over the airwaves. So DJ, what does it mean? This is the first time. DJ معناها disc jockey. كيف عرفنا؟ ما بين الأقواس. واضحة؟ Now I want you to do the same. I want you to do this by yourself. Okay? I have helped you a lot. But today I want you to do it by yourself. Oh, sorry. So there's kind of a mistake. Dashes means like this. هذه غيروها مش هاي question mark لكن خلوها dashes مثل هيك خطين. فلذلك في هذا المثال هنا خط وهنا هاي بنسميها dashes. Okay? Examples. This is also our fourth way how to give a meaning, to understand the meaning, of new words without using the dictionary. See the key words right here. It's like something like such as, like, for example, for instance, is or are. Look at this example. Use navigation buttons such as the next button, the previous button, the menu button, and the exit button to go back and forth to jump to other topics while you are using your English software. Okay, وين الكلمة المش مألوفة بالنسبة لنا؟ Navigations button. Do we have a signal word? Yes, we have. We have such as. Such as تعطينا examples. مجرد ما شفت such as في أي قطعة معناته افهم إنه هذه examples المفهوم اللي قبل الكلمة اللي قبلها. شو هي navigation words؟ اللي هي button and comparison program that are used for turn on pages. Okay? They are used to turn on pages. هذه معناتها. شوف هذا المثال. Some people in the north of Thailand do wicker work. For example, they make elephants, turtles, plates, beds and chairs from teak trees for earning money. Okay, the question is, what does wick work means? هل معناتها silver handicraft, bronze handicraft, Nile handicraft, wood handicraft? أول شيء from teak trees. Trees شو هي؟ معناتها شجر. Okay, شجر. الشجر خشب ولا نايلو ولا برونز ولا سيلفر؟ خشب. إذن the answer is D. Okay. This is how can I connect the words together. So wick work وهذه for example it helps me, it gives me examples. لأنه شوف بالنسبة للبيدز والchairs صنعت كلها من teak trees. الطاولات عفوا السرة والكراسي هذه صنعت من teak trees. فلذلك wick work means wood handicraft. كيف عرفنا؟ من خلال الأمثلة اللي أعطانا إياها الكاتب عن wick work. wicker work. Number 2, the savanna grasslands are the home of grazing animals such as elephants, giraffes, antelope, zebra, lions, leopards, and hyenas also live there. Okay, أول شيء السؤال هو what are the grazing animals? كل هذه grazing animals. Grazing animal معناتها non-backbone animals, meat-eating animals, grass-eating animals, invertebrate animals. So you need to look for the common. Features or characteristics between all of these. All of these animals eat meat. أكلت لحوم. Then the answer is B. So how can I know? Such as was a signal word. It gives us examples about the grazing animals. Okay. Contrast. You can guess the meaning of new words by using signal words of contrast. They will show the opposite meaning of the new words. اللي هي النقيض. See keywords or signal words for contrast in the key one. هذه بتذكر لنا النقيض. كلمات مثل but instead of even though in contrast to but instead of even though in contrast to yet in spite of although as opposed to هذه طبعا أنا بحط الفواصل إنه هي يعني these are different words unlike despite however on the other hand whereas fond of still provided that all of these are actually expressions used to for contrasting. Please do not get confused. Okay, I put these comments to understand that each word is signal. Okay, just put it aside, make spaces between them. They were just mingled together, right? So, but instead of even though, and all of these are some phrases used to contrast. So you can guess the meaning of new words by using signal words of contrast. For example, although Dara and Viper are very close friends, but they're very different. Okay? Suda spends a lot of money to buy things while Viper loves to economize. Okay, what does economize means? Spend more money, buy things more than before, save money, keep things in a safer place. Suda spends a lot of money to buy things while Vipa loves to economize. So, Suda spends a lot of money. كان في عندنا كلمات مثل while, right? Or whereas, while, بينما تذكر النقيض. فإذا كانت هذه الجملة she spends a lot of money, الجملة الأخرى she doesn't spend a lot of money means to economize, to save money. Lada was promoted to the chief secretary of the manager of the company, whereas her colleague Sumeki was penalized. أول شيء Lada was promoted to be the chief secretary of the manager of the company, whereas had the keywords the contrast. صح? Her colleague was penalized. What does penalized means? Penalized means what is the opposite of it? Okay? So the answer, use single words as your clues to find the meaning of the underlying words by choosing the best answer for each question. So, Lada was promoted to be the chief secretary of the manager, whereas her colleague was penalized. Penalized means promoted طبعا لا لأن هي هذه نقيضها. لكن هي punished معناتها punished. Although smallpox has almost been eradicated, malaria is prevalent in this state, Thailand. A policeman just died from the PF malaria last month. Okay, what was the question? Do we have underlined words right here? Okay. Maybe eradicated. What does it mean? The eradicated? Although smallpox has almost been eradicated, is a prevalent. Okay. What does eradicated means? To furbish, to common. Okay, destroy completely. Prevalent معناتها عام وهي نقيض eradicated. That's fine. Just for jump over this. Jump over this example. It's actually to destroy completely, but this is another point. Okay, I need to underline actually these two, but I'm going to talk about it later on maybe. Well, you can guess also the meaning from similarity. You can guess the meaning of new words by using signal words of similarity. They will display the name, the same meaning of the new words. See keywords like this, like, similarly, in the same way, as, the same as, just as. All of these expressions are similarity words. For example, Indonesia is producing Ford cars and trucks. Soon, Thailand and Vietnam will be producing the same products, with no doubt the same quality. Okay, what does this, the words the same products mean? Where is it? Okay, the same products. Okay, the same products. What does it mean? Is there any keywords? The same quality will be producing the same products with. So what does it mean? Same products means the same, no doubt the same equality. So you need to guess the meaning of it. So it's going to be same products, is just like Ford cars and trucks. Okay? It's the same equality. Same products, same equality. It talks about Ford cars and trucks. What was our clues? Our clues was like we'll be producing the same. Okay? Here, learning should not be limited to the classroom or with teachers. You can learn by ourselves about things that are not taught by teachers. Similarly, self-learning is encouraged for our education system. What does the word self-learning means? أول شيء, similarly is the key word. Self-learning is encouraged for our educated system. Okay, what does similarly self-learning means? It means that we can learn by ourselves. It means the last sentence, the previous one, that we can. Self-learning means we can learn about we can learn by ourselves about things that we are not taught by teachers. This is what it means, self-learning. Okay. So you can do the actually number 2. Also, you can. A picture is worth more than 1,000 words. This is an old Chinese saying. So you can. A picture can help you to guess the meaning of a new word just by looking at the picture below. For example, look at them. Which is the best description for the above pictures? These are the pictures, right here. So if you look at these pictures, can you give, for example, the best description for them? Doesn't mean for sale. Doesn't mean equipment used in office or instrument for you. So it is equipment used in an office. تستخدم في المكتب. So just by looking at the picture, you can understand the meaning, okay, of a new word. For example, look at this one. As you can see, here's kind of an ocean. محيط بحر. Okay. Is it holiday and beach? It's a beautiful beach or activity of people? Well, you can say it's a holiday and beach. Why? Because everybody is over there. It's not a beautiful, I guess. And people also do many activities on the beach and outside the beach. So it's going to be a holiday in the beach. So for today, we have covered a lot of topics and regarding getting meaning from from a context. First one, we were talking about how to get the meaning using a definition of these keywords, and we've given you 3 examples, and then we have talked about how to get a meaning using the restatements, that when the author tells something in a different way, or again using these keywords. And we have had a kind of 3 or 4 questions. Then how to use the punctuations to understand the meaning of unfamiliar words, and then we have examples and exercises. We have also examples such as how to use the examples to identify the meaning of unfamiliar words. Some keywords such as for example, for instance, is or. We had some examples, and I want you to do these 2 actually by yourself. Also, we have talked about the contrast, and we have seen one of the examples right here. So we can use the contrast to guess the meaning of new words by using these actually keywords. And then we have actually 3 examples. I want you to do it by yourself, okay, to guess the meaning by yourself. And the similarity as well, we have talked about the similarity, and we've given you kind of an example, and we said that these keywords help us to understand the meaning just by looking at the similarity. When you say same products, it means same equality, and the keywords was the same, okay, the same. And we had kind of a exercise I want you to do by yourself. And then we've talked finally about the pictures and how they help us to understand the meaning of a new words just by looking at these pictures. And here's another example. Hopefully that you have got the idea. These are very helpful steps or ways to understand or to get the meaning of unfamiliar word from the context without using the dictionary. Please do these examples, do these exercises by yourself, because in the final exam you'll be having questions like this one. Okay, I'm going to bring you some examples, and I want you to use all of these ways to understand the meaning of unfamiliar words by using all of these 8 steps. Thank you so much. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.